when we're transforming to quadratic functions, you want to start off with the parent function. So this is the graph, and this is the actual parent function. So when we're talking about transformations, we're talking about changes made to the parent function. Okay, so changes made to the parent function basically means that you're going to apply PEMDAS. You're going to apply PEMDAS to a parent function. So this is the parent function, so we're going to be making translations first. Now, translations are vertical and horizontal. So starting from the left, we're going to look at a vertical shift. So translations can also be called shifts. The vertical shift is going to be y equals x squared plus or minus k. And k is going to be the unit that you add or subtract. So k is a number. When we're looking to make transformations of functions, you're going to want ahead and use this transformation function graphs table. So the first one that we're doing is a vertical. So remember we said that we're going to be shifting up and down, so this is going to be vertical. Vertical shifts. The shift up is going to be y equals x squared, and it's up 2 units, so when you want to move something up, you're adding the plus 2. So let's go ahead and build our graph. So we're going to be making tables. So you're going to say y equals x squared plus 2. So we have our x values, our y values, and then we have our operation. So we're going to pick a point on the left. Let's pick -1. So you're going to say -1 squared plus 2. I'm going to get 3. And then you want 0. So then you say 0 squared plus 2 gives you 2. And then let's use 1 again. 1 squared plus 2 again gives me 3. So let's go ahead and graph these equations. So I'm going to have -1 3 0 2 1 3, and then connecting them, that's going to be my function. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the downshift, or the shift down. So it's going to be a vertical translation down 6 units. Use a different color. So when we're looking at something going down, I'm going to go down k units, and we're going to be subtracting from the parent function. So I'm going to say y equals x squared minus 6. Let's go ahead and make a table so that we can graph. Y equals x squared minus 6. This is x, this is y, and this is x squared minus 6. So if I use a -1, and say -1 squared minus 6 and I'm going to get negative 5. If I use 0, 0 squared minus 6, negative 6, and then 1 squared minus 6, I'm going to get negative 5 again. So let's graph this. If I negative 1, negative 5, 0, negative 6, and then 1, negative 5, and then graphing it, that's what I get. So those are going to be vertical shifts or vertical translations. Now let's go ahead and look at a horizontal shift. And a horizontal shift is going to go left to right. So it's going to be a shift on the x-axis. So a shift left, let's look at our summary chart. These are going to be horizontal shifts. So the first one says it's going to be a shift to the left, horizontal shift left 5 units. So if I'm going to go left a certain number of units, I'm actually going to add to the parent function, and I'm in the parentheses. So you're in the parentheses this time. Before you were outside parentheses. It's going to be y equals x plus 5 squared. Let's go ahead and make the table to graph it. Okay, so let's go ahead and make our table so we can graph. It's x and y, and our function is y equals x plus 5 squared. So let's go ahead and pick a number, negative 6. So I'm going to get negative 6 plus 5 squared. I'm going to get 1. And then let's pick negative 5. So then I have negative 5 plus 5 squared. Answer is 0. And then negative 4 plus 5 squared, and get a 1. So my points are going to be negative 6, 1, negative 5, 0, and then 4, 1. And when I connect the dots, I get this graph. Remember, that's a curve. Okay? And then let's look at our chart again. So the next one says to shift right, horizontal translation, right 2 units. So that means if I'm going to go right, I'm going to subtract my h, or I'm going to subtract the 2 in this case, and it's going to be in the parentheses. So my graph is going to be y equals x minus 2 squared. Let's go ahead and set this up so that we can graph this. So we're going to use 1, so 1 minus 2 squared is going to be 1 squared, which equals 1. 2, 2 minus 2 squared is 0. And then 3 minus 2 squared is 1. So let's go ahead and graph. So I'm going to say 1, 1, 2, 0, and 3, 1. I want to go through those points.